Okay guys, I thought I was gonna be able to do a live. I never done a live on this YouTube. We're just checking on the property in East Texas, Northeast Texas, and we was coming to start getting things cleaned up so we can start harvesting some of these chestnuts. And sure enough, September the 2nd, chestnuts have already been falling for a while now. So we're trying to collect as many as we can, and I'm gonna have to make another trip up here as soon as possible. I'm gonna shake down everything that's loose and that's brown. We've been doing it. I wore the family out so they're in the car. But I'm gonna pick as much as I can, and I'm gonna make another trip. But I got my guy, he's clearing this stuff out. It's been so brushy and overgrown. Like I said, the last time I come out here, I hadn't been out here in the year before then. I didn't come to harvest chestnuts last year because they fell early last year too. So thinking we're early this year to get in here and clean up some stuff, then to find that they've already started to open up. So we've been collecting a few. See some birds on that one. All the trees back here is covered in nuts. So my guy, I'm gonna probably leave him a key so he can start keeping this up for me and not wait until I have time to come down here, and I can just pay him that way. That's gonna work out a whole lot better. So I'm gonna leave him a key so he can get in here, because we're gonna have to come back and do another video where we're tilling the ground and planting food plots. Got a few small trees still there. They've been overgrown, so they were growing slow. I had a few of them. My boy hit about 3 of the small trees trying to get through this stuff, and he missed them. So a lot of small ones, they have to just come back up from the roots, and I have to keep it cleaned up around. The next time I have them flagged, heck, I didn't even know where half of the stuff was. So this is the area where the bigger trees and producing trees had been. I had him come in here and clean this up. He pretty much cut around the trees. I brought a small pole saw and the chain popped off of it. So I'm gonna come back in a week or two with more equipment and with everything I need. Now I plan on being here a few days, and make sure we can get this stuff done and harvest as many as we can. Like I said, we was not expecting this, but got to do what we can do. Got a little bucket with just a few of them the kids put in a box over there. But yeah, a bunch of them was on the ground already. Bunch of nuts. I shook a lot of them down, but a bunch of them was already on the ground. So here's a box of some. We were just getting the birds, and I started picking some while they were green and trying to get them, trying to make sure that I could just get as many as I could rather than spending time opening everything up, because we only had a little bit of time. I'm only paying my guy for about 3 hours this time, but we'll get him I'm gonna leave him that key so I can just get him out here the whole day, and we pay him just to really get out here and clean up. We got across the highway where we really need to get it cleaned up and get in there. And I don't have as much planted over there as blueberries and stuff planted, but they under the pine trees, so he won't really do too much damage over there. But we really needed to get that brush hogger in here because it had gotten so grown up. So later on, if we decide we want to do a food plot on this side, I know we're gonna do one on the other side up under the power line up on the hill up the road where the pine trees and chinkapins are. And the guy that hunts that, he's gonna want a food plot. So my guy couldn't bring the tiller out here today because he brought the bucket attachment and the mower, and he couldn't fit the tiller attachment on the trailer. So he's gonna come back and do that. But yeah, he's cleaned this up. He's cleaned that up. So feeder. Now we still got to get some edges and some fringes Yeah, I saw it was another small chestnut over there. I hated that was a different variety. I don't know if that was the half Chinese and half chinkapin. It had smaller, narrow leaves. I got some of those at home in pots. They're pretty big, but I just been hanging on to those rather than bringing them out here. So that's the thing, and you let somebody else do it. You're not doing it, but I don't have a tractor out here yet, and it really needs cleaning up. But these things, they're harder. You cut them down, they'll just pop back up. They'll pop back up, so I'll just flag them the next time. Yeah, we got to get stuff cleaned. I see the camera over there. We got to get that back going, get the speeder going. Yeah, sitting that blind on the hill. You might want to move that feeder a little further back. I don't know if I can get my guy to come down here and cut a little bit deeper in here. That may be better. See what kind of tree that is. I always got to check, see what kind of trees we have. If it's anything that produces out here, pecans, walnuts, persimmons, we leave that stuff for the wildlife. Some sassafras over there. Yeah, some good sassafras trees. But yeah, get this nice and open. September the 2nd. We walk down the hill. I know I got some chestnuts down the hill. You can't really tell, but of course this is up on the hill. And you go down some, past that big oak tree that's sticking out over the top of everything. You go back down past that, then it levels out down there. It's like I wouldn't even say a clearing. It used to be a clearing. I planted so many trees down there. It's all grown up. A bunch of pawpaw trees and more oak trees. And it's a creek down over in there. And I got a lot of stuff planted along that creek. But it's a bit down. It's a little ways down. So this is a hill where these chestnuts are planted, and that's where they've grown so well. It's a well-drained hill. I don't know, in this little patch and around behind that feeder, you may be looking at 20-something trees here. And these are the ones that's producing. But on the backside, where I just walked from when I started videoing, it's a lot more producing there. I don't know how many trees are back there. And over in there, and that way, back this way, it's stick over there too, but I'm not as worried about him clearing that right now. When those chestnut trees now get a little bit bigger and start putting on, then I'll let him do over there what he's doing over here, and just opening everything up. And the next time I'll walk through there so I can flag any small trees, so I won't lose some. Like I said, actually, I think about it, he cut back probably about 4 or 5 of the small ones that I'm aware of. Because some of them were they were small, about 3 feet high, because it was so thick out here that it was hard to see. But a couple of them I pointed out, he still forgot. So I ain't gonna make a fuss out of it though, but yep. Hang on. All right, pause it real quick. But yeah, he got some of these out. I wonder, can he get this little am here out of the way as well, and just open this up some more so I can shake some of the nuts down here. So yeah, I knocked this one down, and maybe that one, if he can knock that one down all the way back to that pecan, and get back in here further, maybe even just go through here and open that up, and that'll do it for here. I just want to be able to see betwixt all of the trees and harvest, and then when they come out here to hunt, they ain't scared when it get dark, because it's so it was so thick. Yeah, I got it's trees all back there. I probably need to count the ones over here. I'll count them on the way out, but yeah, that one over there is loaded with birds and it's brushy. He might can clean that up too, so I can pick some of those. I don't got a lot of daylight left. We tried to knock it down, but they were too close to the tree. I'll come back with a saw and get these. He knocked most of them down. He saw the little chestnut right there. That's why he didn't get these. That's the thing, man. I was just out here just sticking nuts in the ground wherever I could. And so I didn't really plan this out like an orchard, man. This was more hunting land. And it's hilly. These trees had already been in place. Look at that, you got that big deer pear tree right there. And it's loaded again this year, like the last time I was out here. And this stuff, the deer, the pigs, whatever, are up under there chewing those up. So it's like a buffet over here. It's chestnuts everywhere falling. It's deer pears over here. It's persimmon trees over here. Yeah, chestnut back up in there. I don't know how far. Oh, these are some big birds here. I got to come get some of these. Yeah, some big birds. Real big. Yeah, big birds. So I'll come get some of these. Come with my bucket and knock some down and go dump them in the box. I bought a few boxes just in case. A friend of mine, Oklahoma chestnut, he was telling me his had started falling, so he was saying he gave me the heads up that there may be. It was another guy he knows in Marshall, Texas, and his started falling as well the other day. So the thing is, out here, well, and Marshall is just about an hour and a half up the road, probably under 2 hours. So yeah, it's definitely under 2 hours from here, I believe. And so I figured when they said that they had them falling, we had some falling too. So I wanted to bring some stuff just in case. I wasn't expecting chestnut to start falling this soon, but sure enough, they are. Big green barrel there. I don't know if that's gonna. Said he was getting in here to do what he could, opening this stuff up. But now I know where I can plant some more. And it's chestnuts probably up in here. This stuff was just overgrown, so I'm gonna do little by little. Like I said, I told him I would give him a key. And when I can plan to be here with him, then we'll get in there and tackle stuff like that. See how thick it is down in there? It's a trail going down that hill. I don't know what that was, just took off. Maybe a rabbit. But we want to clean it up little by little. So harvest, it'll be easy. And those guys out here hunting, they can see the game. I evangelize and do ministry every weekend, so I'm committed to that right now. So I hadn't been out here the way I used to come out here, but got some more people that's willing to come step in. It's another bird. I'll pick up these birds, take those with me. Yep. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, throughout this place, I don't know, it may be, I wouldn't know how many chestnuts. I ain't gonna even begin to guess. There's a lot of chestnut trees out here. I got chestnut trees down the hill. A lot of American genetics. And I just been planting the last few years. Just no plan, just sticking them in the ground. And like at some point I get to them and get organized with them. But I just wanted them growing rather than waiting till we can figure out what we're gonna do or if we're gonna live out here or what. But I just wanted to make sure we had them growing. You can see how loaded that is. That's loaded, that's loaded. Some of them you can see them opening up. And all of them that got the little brown tint to them, I'm gonna knock as many of those down as I can. When they're still green but got a little brown tint to them, every time I come harvest and I take those, and after a few days they start splitting, you open them up and a pretty brown nut is inside. So, but yeah. So this is my update. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to be harvesting just yet, but so here we are. So I do what I can now, and I will be back to shake down as many as I can, pick them up, and I'm gonna make another trip up soon, and I'm gonna be here for some days. Then I got some cousins that are coming, they'll chip in and they'll pick up where I left off, and then we'll harvest as many of them as we can. Many as we can. Where'd that come from? Okay. It broke off the big one. I thought that was a little one here. But yeah, it's good. I'm gonna come in and prune all of these lower limbs anyway. January, February, I'll come in and prune all these lower limbs. So next time he could just ride underneath and open it up. And when he can tell me what it looks like, I'll always send him on September 1st, so I know what the outlook is. I'll let him send me some pictures. We gotta get that blind fixed. So look downhill. Yeah, I love it out here. This is my little 17-minute update. I'm gonna bring it to a close so I can get some stuff picked and show him some other areas I need cleared. And I will be back with another update as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. God bless you.